Time seems to slow as all of you see Aaron absorb this grievous wound and fall to the floor. No one sees it better, though, than you, Wilhelm. As Aaron's bleeding body hits the ground right in front of you, a familiar pit of loss within your stomach distends. Instantly, you are lost to a memory. The scenery shifts far from the battlefield. We see a gleaming castle adorning the hilltops of a kingdom far away. Large flags flutter atop the many towers, depicting the stylized profile of a black hare standing upright, emblazoned on a yellow background. Within this castle, standing in an opulent hall of marble, is Wilhelm Krongard. At first glance, he's almost unrecognizable from the man we know today. Well-groomed, clean-shaven, and, most obvious of all, the horn protruding from his forehead is noticeably absent. The eyes of hundreds of courtiers are fixed on his back as he ascends a raised platform towards several familiar faces he knows well. Before him, the king watches proceedings from a gilded throne, flanked by his sworn protector, the stoic, steely-eyed warrior from whom Wilhelm has inherited almost all his features, his father. Wilhelm's attention, however, is on the young man who stands waiting to meet him. The hall is deadly silent. The new uniform feels stiff and uncomfortable, and the weight of responsibility is creeping up on Wilhelm more and more with each step he climbs. Wilhelm reaches the top, standing face to face with the slim frame of a boy with light blonde hair, no older than 16 years old. Prince Louis, his lifelong childhood friend and the oldest son of King Reinhard III. They exchange a quick smile, but Wilhelm hesitates as the prince's face falls to a grave seriousness, his duty outweighing their friendship. Wilhelm of House Krongard, the lineage of your house has pledged an eternal promise that it shall defend the life and blood of our royal house. As it is with my father, King Reinhard III, and your father, his protector, you are of age and skill to assume your mantle and fulfill this bond. The formality of this great honor feels somewhat cold. Wilhelm has prepared for this moment since before he could hold a rapier, but the realization that this day would bring far more drastic change for them both had never really crossed his mind before now. He can no longer be my friend. He is my prince, Wilhelm thinks. In the steadfast preservation of my life, will you defend it?
I will defend it.
In the face of danger to my house, will you protect it?
I will protect it.
Do you swear that you will keep the oath your forefathers have pledged and lay down your own life to protect the crown?
I swear it.
Rise now, Wilhelm Krongard, and accept these gifts bestowed upon you. Wilhelm's father brings forth a plinth of cushioned red velvet. One by one, the prince takes and hands Wilhelm these symbols of high office, a ring of sustenance granted only to the crown's highest-ranking guards, and a beautifully crafted silver rapier featuring an intricately welded handguard that appears almost woven in its craftsmanship. I hereby declare you, Wilhelm of House Krongard, life guardian and protector of the crown prince and heir apparent. And the court hoops and wallers. Wilhelm bows down, and after a moment of silence, the tension in the room seems to lift slightly as the ceremony is completed. Wilhelm and Louis exchange a subtle look of mutual pride and relief. The weight of responsibility on his shoulders lifts slightly as Wilhelm muses, "How could I ever let harm come to someone I love so dearly?" Those words echo in your mind, Wilhelm, as you stare down at Aaron, who falls, slowly dying in the blood-soaked earth at your feet. Welcome to episode 12! Describe your kill!
Gosh.
What do you think about that?
So good.
Sorry,
So
can you
good.
say that again? I wasn't listening.
What a start to the episode. And may I say, gentlemen, Merry fucking Christmas.
Merry
Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho.
To all the dicks that are listening, Merry Dickmas, because today is a bonus episode. We weren't going to do this, but I thought, fuck it, I will put double the workload on myself and give all of our listeners, our fantastic, loyal, amazing listeners, a bonus episode to wake up to on Christmas Day. Gentlemen, how are we feeling?
Very festive.
Merry!
In actual terms, I feel very, very scared and sad and worried.
Yes.
I am delighted to have woken up with Malachi in my stocking.
The safe word is pineapple.
Matty, obviously today is probably the biggest day yet for you on the Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny, the UK's leading Stolen Fate Adventure Path podcast for Pathfinder 2e.
You're really hammering that strapline home, aren't you?
Matty, how are you feeling after last week's fairly intense combat session? Are you the first character to go down?
I am. I think this is the
No.
first time any of us have gone to dying.
Yeah, I think so.
Chris, you beg to differ?
Oh, I sued somebody awake, no? Maybe that's...
We've wished you dead, but that's something different.
Yeah.
Maybe you would have been the first, but you had armor at level 16.
Yes, in a different reality, Malachi died a long time ago.
Chris is on his sixth character, yeah.
Pretty tough combat last week. Well, we're still very, very much in the depths of it. Any thoughts, gentlemen? Jason, how are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I think we are not a party that is optimized for combat, with one very notable exception. And
Not
I think
me.
Malachi.
I'm immediately regretting our decision, or probably just my decision, to not heal to our fullest before crossing the field.
Yes.
And I think we made a couple of tactical errors as well. But also, I want to say that 8 attacks of opportunity turn is absolute bullshit, and it's Paizo need to burn for this.
Have you know, it's
This
not
episode is sponsored by Paizo.
Hello, Paizo.
No, we're explicitly not affiliated.
Cut that. See the outro.
Fair use policy, fair use policy.
But fucking hell, Merry Christmas to all of our listeners. Like, honestly, we started this journey probably nearly a year ago was when we were like, I think we can do this. I think we can make our own. We can do something that people want to listen to. And if you are, like, honestly, it means the world to us. And we're having a blast playing. We're having a blast making it. And all of the work that goes into it, just to see the listens and the comments and all of that stuff, like, we are just getting started as we go into 2024. There's so much more to come. And so I'm super excited for you all to be on that journey with us. There's just a little bit of admin, boys. Get your pens out. So there was... what the fuck was that? Someone's like,
Chris has
admin?
got an absolutely
Fuck
massive pen.
He got his pen out, man.
So after that amazing flashback by Kimone and Wilhelm, Kimone, you can have a hero point in addition to your 1 starting hero point.
Thank you very much, sir.
I wouldn't usually give them between combats, but I'm feeling generous. It's Christmas after all, baby. Yeah. For the listeners, the only retcon that I've made is that my lightning bolt spell, despite my best intentions, was not 10 foot wide. It was 5 foot wide. So Lupin has got a few hit points back from the lightning bolt spell, which I think was about 25, something like that.
I think 26.
26, yeah. Everything else still plays out. You are in this field of the Deadshot lands, far from home, far from the Harrow Heart, far from the Grand Bazaar. We are mid-combat. Aeron, though, has just gone down. Boys, you ready to play this one out?
Maybe.
I don't know.
We don't have to roll for initiative. What I do have to do is put the music on. Here we go.
Music.
And I'm just going to give you a sneak peek of the music that I have got queued up. And I will put this on the podcast.
It's not Stinkfist by Tool, is it?
Okay, let's all just take a second.
You know, pre-podcast, but I've heard this music so many times because I've lost so many
characters.
You do love a squishy, bless you.
I do, and I know every note of this piece.
We are so bad at protecting you.
Yeah.
Just for the viewers, one of the first ones that he lost was a Tengu as well, which
All right, gentlemen. Aeron falls down as the horrible, large, mechanically large winged creature swoops in, beaks him. Just a normal hit, but goes down. Aeron, you are now dying 1. You did manage to take out, there were 4 of these creatures that swooped down and reappeared in your vicinity. One of them is now dead. So Lupin, Aeron, and Wilhelm are grouped together on the east of the map. To the north of them is one of these horrible creatures. And then slightly to the west are at least 10 or 11 Tengu that were being shepherded by Skornak and you guys to get across the plains. The dead bodies of the other Mavanians are still scattered around nearby. Malachi is right in the fray. He is basically flanked by 2 of these creatures, these winged creatures, and then the bigger guy, the one that's got a massive kind of reach and looks far uglier, is residing to the south below his dead compatriot, but is 25 feet up in the air looking down at the cluster of Lupin, Aeron, and Wilhelm. Malachi is on his own. He's next to Skornak, but next to him is one of these creatures. And as my creature takes Aeron down, he does have 1 action left, and you see him swoop over back to his friend to be basically surrounding Malachi and Skornak. From the battlefield, you hear Skornak call out, "Tengu! We must assemble and defeat these bastards! We must unite! It looks like Aeron has fallen! We must assist him! Think of your wives! Think of your children! Think of your futures! They have dominated our culture for too long! It is time to strike back! I ask you now, Tengu. I ask you to sing!" All 12 remaining Tengu begin to kind of warble and hum. Not going to do the impression of it.
Think of your little monkey wives.
You feel this emanation of goodness and of hope as they begin to resonate, and this wave bursts out from all of them, and you are going to take 12d6 healing.
What?
Oh, they are really good rolls as well.
That's not bad at all.
God.
I
That
will
is
take
52
that.
points of healing.
Wow.
And that applies to everyone. Well done, Tango! We must continue to support them as best we can! Then, with his final action, he moves over to the dead body of one of the Mavanian soldiers that attacked you in the first combat here. I've moved Aaron in the initiative order, but next up in round 3 is Wilhelm.
So Wilhelm, kind of being lost in thought there for a few seconds, sort of stares off blankly at, not even really taking in what he sees, but he stares blankly at Aaron lying on the ground. And all he can hear in his head is the disembodied voice of this invisible creature from back in Absalom that told him that it has seen him fail before and it will see him fail again. And just as he thinks, just as he gets back into reality and sort of realizes what's happening, he feels this revitalizing hum and becomes stronger for it, and he sees Aaron coming too, and with that, the sort of numbness turns into a slight, I wouldn't call it a panic, but he's really starting to realize how serious the situation is, and he looks around and checks for getaway routes, but ultimately he decides to run toward the now surrounded Malachi.
So through the Tengu kind of, or next to them?
Yeah, next to the Tengu, between one of the BDSM vultures and Lupin, forming a little defensive line between the vultures and his 2 teammates there.
Yep.
After that, he's gonna attempt to attack the creature twice.
I don't want to be that guy, but if you
Yes?
stepped one further square to the north, you would get the flank.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Oh, no, but I do want to stand 5 feet next to Lupin for my Guardian's deflection in case that comes up.
That's fine. Take the flank. Take the flank. I'm fine.
Okay.
HP wise, I can take the hit if I need to.
All right.
He says famous last words.
Yeah.
Christmas Day gifts are raining down on everyone's head.
Ho, 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 ho.
I'm going to flank
Danny
them.
Dyer playing Santa.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 you cunt.
Fucking.
So Wilhelm sees Aaron fall. We have this vision into his past, hornless, but now steps forward to flank the flying abomination that's next to Malachi.
Yes, and he is gonna try to attack the creature with a natural 9. That's a 34 against flat-footed.
That is a hit.
Ooh, those are very good rolls. That's 26 damage.
That was 3d6 and 1d6 acid, and all of them were 5.
Yeah.
So the creature takes 26 points of damage. I will remind you and our listeners that no one has recalled knowledge on these creatures yet. They probably haven't had time. We only ran 3. That is the case. Okay, Kimon, third action.
Yeah, sorry. Another attack.
Okay.
Natural 7 for 27 against flat-footed.
Because the creature is frightened and off guard, so it's frightened due to Malachi's Dirge of Doom, which is in effect, and it is flanked. That is a hit.
Oh my god, thank you,
Yes.
Malachi. Another very good roll. That's 23 points of damage. Another 3 5s.
All appears to go through. Wilhelm, thank you. It's the creature to the south's turn. This one is south of the Tengu procession through the plains and sees Aaron go down. And although this kind of humming is going out, it kind of screams out and attempts to strike one of the Tengu with its beak and rolls a 24 to hit. That is a hit. And deals 29 points of damage. And then goes again at the Tengu.
Oh dear.
With a natural 17. That is also a hit. 16 damage. And the Tengu is now dead.
Oh, Furious Roger!
And with its final action, it flies over Wilhelm's head.
Does Wilhelm get an attack of opportunity from
He
that?
sure does.
Yes! Okay. Ooh, natural 2 for 27. He's not flat-footed though. He's not off guard.
That is a hit.
Ooh, nice.
Hitting on a natural 2. God
Because
bless
he is
you, Wilhelm.
frightened.
Just fighter things.
Yeah.
That's fine. 19 points of damage.
And he takes it. It is the creature that has just been hit by Wilhelm and Malachi's turn, raises back his head and strikes down. You know what time it is. It's beak!
Beak, not the beak.
Monkey beak.
Oh, it rolls a natural 20!
Baby got beak.
Oh
That's
my god!
Only way for him to crit me. Fuck this.
Is that on Wilhelm, was it?
Yeah. Anything you can do, Wilhelm?
I can go fuck myself. That's all I can do.
Okay, well, here's your damage from the critical hit from the beak.
Oof.
Oh,
wow.
that is
Jesus.
62
Not
points of
bad.
damage.
I will.
Not bad.
Lupin will use Amulet's Abeyance as the reaction. I don't think I've taken it this round. That will reduce the damage by 14 points.
To a meager 48.
Yeah, that's better than 62.
That is the creature's first action. He crits Wilhelm. He then starts shuffling down his feathers. You see him brings his wings in tight. And this green mist starts emitting from his body, almost choking Malachi and Wilhelm. I need fortitude saves from you both, please.
Does this have the manipulate trait? Is this a somatic thing?
No.
That's a 27 for Malachi.
Fail.
Of course it would be.
I've not rolled, after 5 rolls this session already, I've not rolled above an 8. That's a 25. I'm gonna re-roll that with one of my 2 hero points. Show me the other 6. Oh, that's a 19 for 38.
Okay, very nice. So that is a critical success. Malachi, on the other hand, these vines start growing around the creature, these thick green vines, and these spores penetrate your skin, Malachi. You're going to take 2d8 persistent piercing damage. Oof. And with its final action, it tries to fly away. That would trigger Wilhelm if you want to take an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the second attack of opportunity. Natural 18,
Yes.
that's a 43 to hit.
Critical hit.
Doesn't disrupt the action, but it's...
No, sadly it doesn't. But it's
another good
54
roll.
points of damage.
That is decent. Any crit effects there, Wilhelm, that I need to know about?
It's off guard until the start of my next turn.
Okay, I shall make him off guard.
Is that off guard to everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is Lupin's turn. Lupin, you are stood next to a dying Aaron. Or he was dying, but the healing has brought him back up. But he's certainly prone. And you are surrounded by these big creatures.
Lupin had seen Aaron go down and started to reach into his pocket for a healer's potion. And then, as the wave of singing sort of brought Aaron round, is Lupin instead sort of switches to another pocket and brings a scroll out, and he starts to read from the scroll.
Is that an interact action?
I would say to draw the scroll is yes, so I'm assuming I'm going to draw an attack of opportunity from Buddy here.
And he takes a attack with his talons with a natural 14. That's a 32 to hit.
That is on the AC, frustratingly.
Don't bother with standing next to me. I'm
18
fine.
points of damage. Because it's flying, it gets another one. Natural 19, 37 to hit.
That's a hit as well.
Oh, snake eyes!
Triple
slot
snake
machine.
eyes.
Triple
Yeah.
snake eyes.
3d6, three ones. That's 11 points
Yeah.
of damage. That's a mix of slashing and evil.
We're tripling every roll today.
Okay, so having shaken off those attacks, Lupin brings the scroll back up to eye level and starts to read. And as he does, you see Wilhelm almost start to speed up a little bit,
Ooh.
and it becomes apparent that Lupin has
Quicken
read
me.
from a scroll of haste. Which is the level 3 spell that he can prepare each day.
And does that allow you to target one creature with the haste spell?
Does, yes.
So Wilhelm becomes quickened.
He does indeed.
So 1 action to draw the scroll, 2 actions to
2
cast
actions to cast it, yep. And that is turn.
Okay, Malachi, it's your turn. The creature that you are surrounded by, this horrible bird-like creature, one of the lesser ones, has used its reaction. It's now your turn.
Well, I can still see Aaron on the floor, so I can see him breathing quite shallowly, I guess. So I will move away from the creature that I'm currently engaged with. Next, to loop into the east.
So push through the Tengu troop.
Yeah, stepping on their heads as I go.
To stand next to Lupin, who is next to Aaron.
If you were to go one more to the south, then
I can do that.
I would get an attack of opportunity should it try to attack you still.
Aaron, I'm going to pump a soothe spell into you.
Can we choose a different word?
I will
on
sing
Christmas.
a lullaby to you.
Thank you.
All I want for Christmas is you alive.
Thank you.
45
Ooh.
points of healing.
Thank
Malachi
you very
casts
much.
a level 6 soothe spell on Aaron for 45 points of healing.
And that is my turn.
Okay, it is round 4. And it is my big creature's turn.
Big bird.
And he swoops to the west so that he has Malachi and Wilhelm in a line. And he begins flapping his enormous wings. And he raises them back once charged and releases a gust of wind towards you both. I'm going to need Malachi and Wilhelm to roll fortitude saves, please, as this gust of wind buffets you.
35.
Pass.
25.
Fail. Malachi, you pass. That means that you cannot move against the wind until the start of your next turn. So you cannot move towards the creature.
Ooh.
Wilhelm with a failure. You are knocked prone.
Damn.
Give yourself the prone
You are
condition.
hasted though, so.
Yeah, it kind of evens out, at least.
Aaron spoke point. You went down and immediately the song of the Tengu helped you. But you are wounded one. We're not playing the new, old dying rules, but you are wounded one. Your turn.
Aaron goes down for just a second and awakes to some delightful cooing. And he suddenly,
Malachi
after
or the Tengu?
hearing well, the Tengu is the cooing, and then this delightful kind of rock opera ballading over the top for Malachi, and he suddenly feels all of this strength surge back into him. He turns over in the mud, trying to get his bearings, really, because even though he's been out for a second, he's kind of like, well, how long was I out for? And he sees Wilhelm just be thrown over by this gust of wind. And from where Aaron is, he's able to extend the reach of his spell and cast Fly on Wilhelm. And that will be all 3 of my actions to do that. But Wilhelm is now the Flying Wilhelm.
Why is it 3 actions to cast Fly, Matt?
It's 2 actions for the Fly spell, but an extra action to turn it from a range of touch to a 30-foot range using my reach spell feat.
Very cool. Wilhelm, you're now prone but floating.
And flying downwind.
Flying downwind, yes, of course, of this creature. You also will not be able to approach.
You technically don't need to use an action to stand either, because you could just go from flying to
You're already in the
upright.
Superman
Right.
position. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in front. Just
Like some weird glitch on a 90s
Yes.
video game.
Yeah.
He's prone, but he's also moving.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Wilhelm, man.
And to the northwest, you see that Skornak, who moved over to the dead body of the creatures that attacked you before, he is near the body of the leader, bends down and takes the spear launcher that was on his body, arms himself, and reloads the gun. That is his turn. It is the creature nearest to Wilhelm's turn. This
Am
one...
I still prone?
Yes, you're still prone. This
Weird.
creature
Okay.
steps over towards you and then is going to attempt to claw you as you lay on the floor. That's a 33 to hit.
That just hits because I'm prone.
Okay, here's your damage. That's 19 points of damage.
Yeah, sure, why not?
As the creature strikes, Lupin's amulet flashes. And mechanically, again, I've used Amulet's Abeyance, so Wilhelm will gain 14 points of resistance.
That's a very handy little trinket.
And for its third action, it's going to attempt to grapple you, Wilhelm, as you lay on the floor, and critically fails.
Wilhelm lying on the ground, seeing the creature trying to grab him. With a quick flick of his legs, he manages to topple it off its footing, and it falls down next to him, also lying prone.
And that is a result of the crit fail of the grab attack by the creature. And speaking of Wilhelm, you are up. It's round 4.
Yes, first thing first, he's going to get up.
Going to stand.
Yeah, he's gonna stand for his first action.
Question.
Yes.
Would that trigger an attack of opportunity?
It's a movement ability. It counts as a move action, but the attack of opportunity only triggers after Wilhelm stood up. So he stands up and is not flat-footed.
Okay, so the one you've just taken prone, as you've knocked him prone as he attempts to grab you, and you click his legs out and he goes prone onto the grass. Whilst prone is going to get an attack of opportunity. 24 to hit.
I have a 34 AC. That's a crit fail. So because the creature crit failed, Wilhelm gets a counter attack with his dueling riposte feat.
Right.
Which says that basically as long as he's in his defensive sort of stance, if a creature crit fails an attack against him and it is within melee reach, he can attempt a counter attack because he's prepared.
And would you be in that stance coming from prone still?
Yes, that stance does not does
affected
not
by
fade.
the prone condition.
No, it only ends when I deliberately end it or the combat ends.
Like it. Okay, go for it.
Quick rules question.
Sure.
If I use an attack reaction during
Yes.
my own turn.
Full attack penalty. As
Alright.
it, full attack bonus, I should say.
Yeah. That's a natural 20!
We took the long way there, but it was worth it.
Yes!
Ow.
Ooh, that's not that good, but it's 42 points of damage.
Okay, and the creature becomes off guard until the start of your next turn. It doesn't have any armor, but that does seem to hurt it.
Okay, Wilhelm has 3 actions left still.
Well, slight problem. There's another creature that's next to you to the north.
It's fine, I have a second reaction. Go.
This one is flying, and this one strikes out with its talon with a natural 6. 25 to hit.
Not a crit, but... not a crit fail, I mean, but... it's a fail.
Okay. Second attack of opportunity because it's flying.
Oh.
Natural 18 this
Yeah,
time.
that hits. That
It's a
hits.
37 hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hits. Okay, here's
yeah.
the damage. 18 points of damage, mix of slashing and
Alright.
evil.
Yeah.
But Wilhelm, because he is currently quickened, has used one move action to stand up, has endured the attacks of opportunity from the 2 surrounding creatures, and now has 3 actions left.
So, first things first, Wilhelm is going to fly up 15 feet from the ground
Okay.
for 1 action. And for his second action, Wilhelm is going to move over this thing's head.
Flying over the Tengus, flying
Yeah.
over one of the creatures.
Look at me, Ma!
Yep.
And now being in melee with the boss monster. Come on! Come on! That's a natural 5! Yeah, that's a 30.
30 is a miss.
No! What? Oh no, I missed on a natural 5. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, dear.
Thank you, Wilhelm. It's my creature's turn. This is the lesser looking bird-like creature that is currently flying just off the ground, and it's going to swoop up towards Lupin and attempt to beak.
Beak him.
Oh, God.
That's a hit.
Every time.
39 to hit.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking pounded.
Merry
God.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Lupin. That's 27
Merry
points of
Christmas.
damage.
You're
That's
getting pounded.
14 piercing and 4 evil.
Yep.
It's going to go again with its talon.
That
The 23 to hit.
23 is a miss.
Okay, and that is its turn. It is the creature that is directly below Wilhelm's turn. This creature flies up and attempts to claw you with a 35 to hit.
That just hits. My AC is 34.
25 points of damage. You are flanked, remember. And with its second action, it will attempt to claw you again with a 26 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay. And it is the pounded Lupin.
Lupin goes to exploit vulnerability on the BDSM vulture thing that is flying just below Wilhelm.
Okay, and the one that's flying next to you declines to attack, but the one to the northwest that is prone will take an attack with its talon.
waiting
Reaches
for Aaron.
out. A 22 to hit.
That is a critical miss.
Okay.
I will roll the exploit vulnerability. Natural 5 for 28. That is a success. So I recall an important fact about the creature, learning its highest weakness. Its highest weakness is good damage, a 10. That doesn't necessarily tell me anything I didn't already know, because obviously I've done it on the other one that's dead. But it now means I can benefit from other bits and pieces around exploit vulnerability. So Lupin will, I don't remember if I did, but I don't believe I reloaded my pistol after the last shot. So I will reload the pistol, again another interact action. And then with the final action of the turn, Lupin will reach up, will aim down the sights at this creature, and will take his shot.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Come on. Ugh, that was nearly a natural 16. It is instead a natural 8 for 29.
Hit.
Lovely stuff. Ugh, could have been so much better. 14 points of damage, plus presumably the extra 10 for the exploit vulnerability. 24 points of damage total.
Yes, Jason, that all appears to go through. Is that turn?
That is turn.
It's the bottom of round 4. It is our favourite bard, Malachi Bordello.
Malachi, I'm not feeling good.
Definitely the bottom.
Oh dear.
Malachi is going to quicken cast Phase Bolt for 2 actions at this creature in front of him, to the left of him. To the
He is 10 feet up in the
west.
air, as long as
That
you know
is
that.
absolutely fine,
Okay.
because I have a range. Oh, for crying out loud. 24.
Natural 3 for 24 is a miss. Do you want to hero point it?
I am going to hero point this.
Whoa!
Come on.
Oh,
Bit better, 29.
But we know that hits.
29 does
We know
hit.
that.
Here's your damage.
Ooh, that's not bad.
24 points of piercing damage.
As Malachi
Pew,
fires
pew.
out a phase bolt, and this creature is looking rather unwell.
Oh, really? Have they killed it?
Malachi, do you have some healing left? I'm not doing so well.
I do.
Thanks.
He's flying without wings. Cast at 5th level.
Malachi, you cast your spell, but as you do, an attack of opportunity comes out from the flying creature above you with 32 to hit.
That is actually a hit.
Okay, here's your damage. That is
Thank
20
you.
points of damage, and it's going to get a second attack.
Come on. Yeah, that's a miss.
28 to
20
hit is a miss.
is a miss.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh.
49 points of healing to Wilhelm.
Ooh, Malachi
Yes.
heals Wilhelm for 49 points of healing.
I feel soothed. What did you sing for your soothe?
You're flying without wings, is what I.
All
sang
right,
to
right,
you.
yeah. I was waiting for that Down with the Sickness cover that you teased earlier.
Wah! You're flying without wings.
So my big creature's turn. It's the top of round 5. It drops down to 10 feet above the ground. It's currently flying. It was flying high up in the air, but it's going to droop and fall down, which would, Wilhelm, trigger an attack of opportunity if you wish to take it against the big guy.
No, he's not going to take it.
Okay. And as he descends, Wilhelm looks at you and just lets out this almighty scream.
Sorry to any listeners using headphones.
I'm editing. And attempts once again to beak you. Let me tell you this, Wilhelm. If this critically hits, you are in trouble.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Beak attack.
Oh no, regard.
That's a crit
31
fail.
to hit.
Yeah, no, that's a crit fail. No, that's not a crit fail. That's a fail.
Insane.
Lying.
Crit fail would be insane.
On a 31.
Yeah.
Have you been to Malachi's armor dealer?
Yeah, he's pretty good, actually. Groldo just sold his newest
He
piece
just
of
gives
armor.
out +2s like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, no, that misses.
Shit. And with this final action, we'll attempt to talon you. Can you smell that? It's a natural 20 that's coming up. Here we
sorry,
go.
I thought I'd farted.
If that's a 20,
Be
I'm gonna
worried if Craig
disconnect.
could smell it.
Almost.
Oh, that's an 80.
Close one. Close.
That's a natural 18. That's a 38 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That hits.
Just a hit. God, that's really low rolls. That's 5 points of damage, but you will take 1d6 persistent bleed as the creature
Yep.
is flying and hovering around Wilhelm. It's Aaron Spoke Point's turn.
God, I really hate being surrounded by all these things. They're just so horrible.
These guys are really ugly as well.
Don't forget, this one held his reaction
Yeah.
for you.
The one above me, yeah.
Yeah, he wants
He's just
to
he's just been staring at you the whole time, licking his lips.
It's a rule that
you
when you do a backstory and a flashback,
Craig's going to kill
flesh
you.
out
Target.
the character. Yeah, that's what my creatures love. They consume it.
I think from where Aaron is, I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity because I haven't
Got my amulet's reaction as well. So if you do get hit,
I think
can
I'll be
reduce it a
okay
bit.
because I've got some decent.
Don't talk it up. Don't talk it up.
Okay, touch wood. Touch wood. Touch wood.
Craig's smiling.
Okay.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
He's laughing because we don't know about the 4 invisible creatures waiting for us.
Just bear with
No,
me
I've prepared
one
for them now, so we
second.
won't face another one the whole campaign.
All right.
Aaron, you are currently prone. You're wounded 1.
Would you say that all 4 of the remaining creatures are within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Yes, I would say that they are all 30 feet. Even though one of them, the big guy, is flying, I would say that all of them are flying
Okay, right.
and within 30 feet of you, yes.
Well, let's try this once more. Aaron looks around at these menacing beasts and casts a level 6 slow spell,
Okay.
targeting all of them.
I'm going to roll these individually.
Oof.
34.
34 is a success, so he's slowed for 1 round.
Okay. Second
Oh
one.
my god.
39.
How do you keep rolling 18, 18, 18 constantly?
It's a module on Foundry.
Okay,
Okay,
so
we know
30,
Trey passes.
39 is a pass as well, so he's slowed for 1 round.
Okay. Third one.
Oh, it's on the
30?
DC. Yeah, it's on the DC.
That's a
so
pass.
That is a
And
pass.
big guy.
Slow for 1
So
round.
3 passes.
Come on, natural
and here
one.
we go.
Natural
big guy.
one.
How's a
Ah.
36?
Well, at least they're all slowed for 1 round, so I've deprived them of some.
Okay, so all creatures passed the 6th level slow spell, but they are all slowed for 1 round, which takes away 4 actions.
Yes, it does. And then I loop in. Aaron is going to cast guidance on you for 1 action.
Lovely, thank you.
And that's my turn.
Everyone's final action, still prone.
Yep,
Cast
still prone.
guidance on Lupin. It is Squarnack's turn, who is to the
Yes!
northwest.
Here he comes.
And
Come
he has
on.
armed himself with
Mr.
one of
Connery.
the spike launchers.
Explodes in his
I think he
hand.
got the point.
We
Misfire.
have to destroy them! Fire! And he launches a spear at the prone flying abomination. Can he hit? It's going to be a long shot. And he fires a missile.
No!
No, misses with a natural 4 for 17.
Skewers 3 of the Tengu.
For his remaining 2 actions, he
Kills
reloads.
Aaron.
He reloads the launcher. Okay, it's my turn. It's the creature that's prone. This is the one that's furthest away from kind of the fight. This one is going to stand up for 1 action. And then with its next action is going to start pecking away at the Tengu traveling party. There'll be a critical hit against the Tengu. Here's the damage.
Oh my gosh.
62 points of damage. And the Tengu dies.
Oh, special
And then
Ricky.
with its final action...
No more
I
actions
think
left.
I think you used.
Oh
Ricky
no,
before,
he
man.
is slowed 1 for 1 turn. Okay, so he is no longer slowed. Thank you, Matty. Next up is Wilhelm.
All right. So sort of looking eye to eye with the boss monster now. Wilhelm tries to, while attacking it, grab a hold of some of its feathers, making a snagging strike with a 37 to hit.
37 is a hit, Wilhelm.
Nice. That is going to be not that good. That's 15 points of damage.
Doesn't all seem to go through.
Does not all seem to go through,
No, seems to barely
Man.
hurt the creature.
but it is off guard now until the start of my next turn or until it moves. That's my first action, right? Bup. 1 second. Okay. A lot of feats being discovered today.
Ooh.
Wilhelm is going to use his feat Quick Reversal. It's a level 4 fighter feat, 1 action with the press trait. So he can only use it when he has a multiple attack penalty,
Right.
which he has now. Mm-hmm. So, requirements. I'm flanked by at least 2 enemies, which I am.
You are.
You turn your foes flanking against them with a quick reverse. Make a melee strike against one of the flanking enemies and make a second strike with the same weapon or unarmed attack against a different enemy that is flanking you.
Whoa.
This second strike has the same multiple attack penalty of the initial attack and doesn't count toward your multiple attack penalty.
Nice.
Cool.
Right, so
Nice.
with your second attack penalty, you get to attack both of them.
Yes, with a -5 to both.
Why
my
didn't you
attacks.
do this on your first one?
Because it has the press trait.
Because it has the press trait. I have to have a multiple attack
And what is
penalty
the
to use
press
it.
trait? So
It's a
action.
fighter. Yeah, it's a fighter only thing, I believe. It's an action that you can only use when you have a multiple attack penalty. So if you have already made an attack action, you can't ever do it at your full attack bonus.
That is
That is really cool.
that is cool.
I've never seen that before. The press trait.
Yeah, I
so
thought
good.
that would be really, really strong
Merry
sometime.
Christmas!
And now it is. What?
Now do some blinking damage.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Very-
So the boss monster is
Pressmas, you might say.
Oh gosh.
the boss
awful.
monster is off guard, and I hope I net 20 just for that comment alone.
Okay, so who are you
that's,
targeting first?
The boss monster with the natural 20.
Merry Christmas, thank you very much. Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Oh, Merry Christmas is good as well.
Yeah.
That's 41 points of damage
Against the big guy.
against the big guy. Yeah.
Yep. And most of that seems to go through.
Okay, and then the second attack is a natural 2.
Oh, boo.
I'm gonna
What's
just
the
to keep
total? What's the total?
just the total is a 22, but just to
That's
keep
a
the
miss.
energy alive, I'm gonna use my hero point.
Hey.
Risky.
I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna crit him again. Watch this.
Feeling confident.
What?
No, double deuces. Whack whack.
Come on, you rolled another 2. That's not what hero points are for.
Yeah, I'm not with the flow. I think at least 70% of my hero point
Have
rerolls
the same number.
gave me the exact same result.
Yes.
There's still a lot of these creatures left.
Worth noting as well,
You've got-
big guy's flat-footed because of the critical specialization. Or sorry, off guard because of the
Yeah.
critical specialization.
Yeah, right. Until the start of my next turn.
Wilhelm, third action.
Oh, right.
You've
I
still
still
got
have
2
an
actions.
Oh my god, I'm quickened. Okay.
I will
did
remind
not.
you that because you're flying, if you don't move or use an action to stay in place, then you will fall to the ground 15 feet.
All right, Wilhelm is going to use an action to... No, not yet. He's going to use an action to try and trip the boss monster.
Can you trip a flying creature?
I just looked it up while the others were doing their turns.
Yes,
course
you
you
can.
And if you trip a flying creature, it falls.
Nice.
I
So
wish
I'm
you'd
gonna-
have told me that before you... It's good to know.
I'm gonna try and trip the creature.
This is at your lowest attack penalty.
Right, at a -10. But
For
I'm
the
gonna try
trip
anyway
against
because
its, I believe,
Just-
athletics DC on
it's
the
a
trip.
it's against the
It
reflex.
just if
DC.
you crit fail, it's you
Yeah.
fall prone.
Oh,
Fuck,
added danger.
fuck it.
Christmas
Yeah,
danger.
it's the dramatic effect. I'm still gonna do it.
Wilhelm has used 2 cool actions, and for his final one, he's going to use the trip action, which has the attack trait. He has one hand free, and he's going to attempt to knock it. And apparently, if it's flying, some made-up rule that it will fall to the ground. But because it's at a -10, if he crit fails, he will fall 15 feet to the ground and land prone.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what the DC
High risk,
is.
high reward.
What's your bonus to this?
I don't
Your
want to tell
-10.
you. I'm not gonna say.
Okay, well I'll tell you the DC against reflex. It's 34.
Oh, I'm fucked.
No.
I mean, the good
Oh,
news
no.
is you're no longer going to be flanked, and you can use the last action to stand up. So
Yeah, right. Okay.
So Wilhelm,
Yeah.
roll a
Oh.
DC 34 athletics check with a -10. Oh, it's a natural 4. Oh!
For an
For
11.
God's sake, Kimon.
Can
You're at
someone look
min
up
max.
the falling rules, please?
I
Is
have
there
them
something
open.
like a
one
double
D8 for
double
every-
crit fail or?
When you fall more than 5 feet, you take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance you fell when you land.
5 points of damage.
5 bludgeoning. Wilhelm, you fall as you attempt to trip this creature.
This
15
massive creature.
feet to the ground, into the grassy, swaying plains of the Deadlands. Oh, God.
Yeah. William is gonna use his last action to stand up, and he sort of looks around and waves to the others. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm fine.
Just soothed you.
Yeah, that's turn.
Thank you, Wilhelm. You're also bleeding. You take 1 point of bleed damage. Roll your recovery check.
Ouch. Okay. That's an 11.
11 is not enough.
We need to kill that one to the north of you, Wilhelm. It's been like at death's door for like 2 rounds now.
I've tried, but I
told
rolled
him that.
2 natural 2s in a row. I'm sorry.
It is the flying horrible abominations creature that is directly next to Lupin and Aaron. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, Lupin. 4 to 6, Aaron. Here's the d6. That's Aaron. The creature rears back its head and beaks you.
Oh,
Natural 4 for 25.
25 is a miss.
For its second action, it reaches out with its claw to strike Lupin. 32 to hit.
frustratingly, that's right on the AC.
Okay, very good. Is the damage? Not bad rolls.
Okay, yeah, that hits. That's 28 points of damage. Lupin's amulet flashes again. I haven't used it this turn, I don't think. I'm just racking a brain. No, I don't think I have. No, not this turn. No, so okay, that's fine.
Because you were saving it for me. But
Yeah, that's right. Yep, but fuck you. Yeah. So yeah, the amulet reduces that by 14, so he takes half.
With his final action.
he's
No,
slowed.
he's slowed.
And because he is slowed, then that means he can no longer fly,
Yep,
which
he
means
falls.
that he will descend to the ground. He is no longer flying. He is. I can't think of
Standing.
a word.
He stood.
He's earthbound. Yeah.
It's my creature's turn. This is the one that is technically 10 feet above Wilhelm, who is no longer prone, also next to Malachi, also within reach of Lupin. You see it rear back its head and unleash a wow scream over at you. And I need all of you to roll fortitude saves.
And as he screams out...
What?
As he screams out, Malachi counter performances kind of tries to scream over him a little bit. And for mechanics wise, I can roll a performance check. And if my allies want to use it, they can use it as their check and use the better result between my performance check and the saving throw.
So do they roll or...
Yes.
We still roll, yeah.
Here we go. Here's the exact thing. Your performance protects you and your allies. Roll a performance check for the type you know. An auditory performance if the trigger is auditory.
Okay, so Malachi, roll your performance check.
Come on, natural 20. Let's go.
That's such a good ability.
PC 28. Malachi passes with 34, but
Lupin will take his roll because I rolled a natural 18 for 38.
31.
Wilhelm is gonna take Malachi's 34.
Do I get to roll as well? What is it? Is it a will save?
Yeah,
Fortitude.
no, it's a
Fortitude.
But you roll as well, yeah.
Yeah. So just to see if I get better as well. Yes, I will take my 34.
okay. So Malachi uses his, what was it called? Counter performance?
Counter performance, yes.
And manages to deflect some of this. And Lupin crit passes, Malachi passes, Wilhelm passes, and manages to avoid any repercussions.
I was useful!
You did it!
And he descends 10 feet with his final action. It is Lupin's turn.
While the creature descends, Wilhelm tries to do an attack of opportunity.
No, but he did it in a nice way.
It was like stepping.
What?
He did it in a very festive way.
Wilhelm is going to give him the most festive end anyone could ever ask
say.
for.
Jingle bells.
I promise I'm gonna sing Jingle Bells.
He didn't take the step action or the stride action. He took the descend action.
It's in the new core rulebook, yeah.
It doesn't have the move trait.
No, it does not have the move or the interact trait. It has the descend trait. No. All right, take your fucking attack.
So guess what? My new attack of opportunity also states that the descent trait gets auto crit hit. Always.
Roll to hit.
That's a 32 to hit.
That's a hit. Come on, how much damage?
That's 20 points of damage total.
Describe your kill.
Fucking fine.
Yes! Get
You
in!
take down one of the bird creatures.
Wilhelm just stood up from the tall grass, and the creature descends down, and him not knowing how to react in a fast manner, he just holds up his rapier and it descends into the rapier by itself and just falls off it and lies there dead. And he stares in disbelief that actually worked, but he just looks at it and he goes, "Huh, okay."
So what was a 5-on-1 is now a 3-on-1. There were two of these horrible creatures that are standing to the north of all of our PCs. And there is the bigger guy that is to the south, floating 10 feet above Wilhelm and Malachi. But it is round 5, and it is Lupin's turn.
Okay, so Lupin is... I'm within reach of both of these, and I believe I'm correct in saying that both of these to my north haven't taken their reactions yet this turn?
Nope.
Fucking super. Yeah, okay, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna try and bait out one. I'm gonna try and bait out that one to the north.
Remember you're guided.
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember, you can step.
Yeah, I can step. I'm just.
He's still within 10 feet.
Yeah,
so
I'm
then-
going to be within 10 feet of the other one.
You
But
can step twice.
I can, but I would like to do something this turn. I've barely done anything for the past few turns. Fuck it. Okay, so first thing Lupin is going to do is he's going to reload his pistol. See what happens.
Is that an interact?
It is,
action?
yes.
You ready?
Good to know.
You die.
You're only going to get 2.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I knew that that was the worst case scenario that I was going to get to because neither of them are flying.
But sadly, they're both with the beak.
Oh, fuck that beak.
The first one is going to attempt to beak you
Yay.
with a 20 to hit.
A 20? No, that is a miss.
Okay, and the second one that comes in with a 24.
That is also a miss. That is best case scenario.
Both of them miss.
Excellent. Okay. So I wasn't expecting it to go that well, so I've now got another option I didn't previously. I didn't previously have.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go for the wild card option here. Lupin is going to focus on the big fella that's currently eye to eye with Lupin.
With Lupin?
With Wilhelm.
Lupin, did you have any tea?
Sorry. That's it. Yes. It's like, where did that come from?
We can hear from thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
More tea.
Such is the nature of the battle.
He's going to attempt to exploit vulnerability on the big fella.
Okay.
That's a natural 13. Yeah.
Lupin, that's a success.
So success. I recall its highest weakness, which is good. So it is again weak at 10. So it's got a weakness of 10 to good damage.
How do you call that out to your friends?
It's weak to good damage, just like all of the other ones.
Guess what?
Okay, and I also, because I have breached defenses feat, I learn about the highest of the creature's resistances that can be bypassed. So, for example, if the creature has a resistance to physical damage, which this one does, you learn about the highest of the creature's resistances that can be bypassed, such as physical damage. If I prefer, I can choose the following benefit instead of the usual 2. I can basically choose to bypass that defense. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the weakness to good damage.
Okay. Thank you, Lupin. Is that one action?
So that is, that's 2 actions. So 1 to reload, 1 to exploit the vulnerability. And then, for my final action, Lupin looks at the creature and frantically ruffles through his esoterica. And then he tosses a small ring over Malachi's head and to Wilhelm. Put this on! Mechanically, Lupin has shared the creature's weakness with Wilhelm. So, as Lupin does with his exploit vulnerability, all of his strikes exploit the vulnerability to good, Wilhelm's will now do so as well.
Yes. He catches the ring and instead of putting it on, he just clasps it. And goes, much appreciated.
I liked it, so I put a ring on it.
You can have it back. I changed my mind.
They're married now.
All right, Lupin, is that
That's his turn.
Malachi, you are up. So Malachi is stood closest to the Tengu procession passing through the plains.
Malachi points at the bird boy sort of above Lupin and shouts out, "What do you get when you kiss a diseased bird? Chirpies!" And
Oh my god.
I'm done.
If you're still listening, that was well.
Fucking done.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Is it a bon mot?
he uses bon mot.
You can just see behind you. Boo!
It's all the Tengu.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a dick, but does it have to speak the same language as that?
Oh god.
It has got a linguistic trait.
Wait, can Malachi not speak Abyssal?
Yeah,
It's
works
whether
only
my
if the target
creature can
understands.
speak common.
Oh, no.
And I will tell you, Malachi
No, they can't.
does not speak the common tongue. Oh,
wasted.
Well.
One action for the bon mot, which falls not on
Fails.
deaf ears, but if you'd said it in an abyssal like the donkey, you'd have got it.
Where's the
You'd
donkey?
have got
Where's
it.
Clive?
Regardless, I'm going to try and make him laugh with
Poor
hideous
guy
laughter.
doesn't even get the joke.
Yeah, doesn't get the joke, but I'm going to make him laugh
With a spell.
with a spell called Hideous Laughter.
And what is the save?
It says will save, please.
Okay, here comes your will save. Natural 18 for 34.
It can't use reactions.
Oh,
it
that's so
can't
good.
use
As an
reactions.
success.
That's pretty good. All right,
Oh
Malachi.
man, if that would, if
that
Bombot would have
turn?
gone off, oh, that would have been a fail. Yes. That's my
Okay,
turn.
on this Christmas episode of Describe Your Kill, it is my big creature's turn. It is the big guy's turn. He's got a spell that he begins casting.
Wilhelm is gonna attack of opportunity him. He's still off guard because it's not Wilhelm's turn yet. Come on, something other than a natural 2.
So, Wilhelm, take your attack of opportunity.
Please let me crit this.
Come on.
Please, Father
Come on.
Christmas, grant me this wish.
Father Christmas.
Come on, Chris Kind.
It's something different.
Technically, it's a crit.
It's a natural
not-
one.
It's not a natural 2, guys.
Come on, what did you roll?
A natural. Don't make me say it.
Yeah, I want to
A
hear
natu-
you say
a
it.
natu-
'cause
a natural. A natural 1.
Natural 1. That is a massive, massive miss.
Yeah.
Okay, so my creature is going to cast the Fear spell. Wilhelm, Malachi, Lupin, roll a will save. It is in chat.
No shib.
What do you roll, Malachi?
A natural 1 for 22.
That's the natural 20. Fuck all of this.
Malachi
Fuck you
rolls a
guys.
natural 1. Lupin is
11 for 33.
That's a pass. And Wilhelm is a critical pass with a 38 and a natural 20.
Man, I'm so mad right now.
Or if you crit past nothing, if you passed frightened 1, if you failed, you are frightened 2.
And if you crit failed?
On a crit failed?
You are frightened 3 and fleeing for 1 round.
Ooh.
Well, that might be the case.
Come back here.
Oh, God.
Oh dear. As my creature with its final action.
No, he is slowed 1.
Thank you, Aaron.
He forgets it every single time. It's so
He didn't
funny.
move this turn either, did he?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
And he's going to fall.
Are you sure he slowed
Yes,
1?
because I cast it on my turn and it lasts for
Yeah.
1 round. And don't ever question me again.
It's the one thing you can be absolutely sure of is that we are going to know exactly how many turns the enemy is
Because
slowed.
he's not got the slowed condition on him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
your
That's like
problem.
sloppy GM work to me. Happy
And
Christmas.
to all
Yeah.
a good night. Yeah.
Careful.
Season of
Careful.
goodwill.
My flying creature with massive wings, apparently that is slowed, falls,
Forgets to fly.
forgets to fly, and takes 2 points of damage, and now is prone.
Yes.
That went pretty well.
Aaron,
My turn?
yep. And prone Aaron, that is prone next to Lupin, near to Malachi, with a horrible creature stood above him.
How many slows you got left?
Not enough. So, Aaron is going to stand, knowing that the attacks of opportunity to the north have been used up by Lupin. Aaron is going to stand, and then seeing the giant bird to the south come crashing down to the floor, he pushes out his arms, fury in his eyes, seeing all the dead Tengu littered around him, and shoots an unraveling blast towards the creature. Roll
Banishment.
a will save
At the big guy.
at the big guy.
For his will save. DC 30.
This is going to be tough. I don't...
Here we go.
Come on.
Natural 1, come on.
Natural
So close.
19 for a 40.
Ah,
Is that a pass?
That's a critical success. So nothing happens.
Notice how no one's happy about this.
And on Christmas.
It's Squarnak's turn. He's got his spear launcher
For
reloaded.
fuck's sake.
He goes to hit the creature and misses, and then reloads. for his
Mr.
next
Bean over there.
action. It's my creature's turn. He flies up 10 feet to be next to Malachi and Lupin and uses his Spore Cloud ability. Can I take a Fortitude save for Malachi and Lupin, please?
Yep.
As his feathers ruffle and this green mist begins appearing.
These creatures are so weird.
Oh my god.
Fail
Oh, dear.
for
20.
Malachi and a
Right.
fail for Lupin.
As
Oh, God.
Lupin starts to see these spores take hold, his pocket starts to glow almost. And Aaron, maybe you're probably the most observant of the group. You notice it was the pocket that the paladin, his card, was in. And as his reaction, Lupin envisions a shield coming up and around him and actually deflecting the spores away. Mechanically, Lupin has used his envisioned his paladin card, and the trigger is that he fails or critically fails a saving throw. I can adjust the result of my saving throw up by 1 degree of success once per day.
Wow.
Nice. Well done.
Okay, so Lupin passes. Malachi, I believe you're already under this effect, weren't you? You
Yes,
failed last time.
Possibly. Yeah, I
you forgot
did.
to roll your damage, but I shall not forget it again.
Yes, sir. I've got 3 Spore Clouds on me now.
Lupin, have a hero point
Thank you.
for that. That is cool. And with its final action, it beaks down at Malachi.
Do I not get a hero point for my cool joke, no?
24 to hit.
Jesus Christ, that's a miss.
Okay, very good. It is Wilhelm's turn. Wilhelm, you are on the ground. You are not prone because you fell. My creature is prone next to you, the big guy. And there's the other 2 creatures that are surrounding Malachi, Lupin, and Aaron.
Yeah, Wilhelm sees that, but now having seen especially Lupin take care of things this combat pretty well, he trusts him for now to protect the others and tries to focus fire on the boss monster. And for his first action, he's gonna attempt a snagging strike against the proned boss monster.
Okay, go for it.
That's a natural 10 for 35 against off guard.
Hit.
Okay, that's okay. That's 23 points of damage.
And you notice that all of that goes through.
Oh, plus 10 because of exploit
Yes.
vulnerability, so that's 33 points of damage.
And you see that not all of it goes through.
Huh? Okay.
I'm
Weird.
confused by that. Yeah,
Um,
I'm very confused by that.
His weakness is triggered, but doesn't go through all the way. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. Why not? It's still
Let's
a
just go
damage
for it.
bonus.
Yeah.
Second attack. That's a natural 19 for a 39.
Yes,
That's
queen.
a hit.
Not a crit. Come on, man. Don't do this to me.
Not a crit.
Fuck you. It's Christmas.
Flat-footed.
It's Christmas.
It's gonna fucking kill you all.
Christmas.
TPK for Christmas.
What?
Oh,
That's
low
15
damage.
Could have
points of
been.
that's 25 total.
Yeah, you see that not all of that goes through either.
Okay. Third action. I'm gonna attempt a feint against the prone creature.
Okay.
So that's a deception thing against its will. Oh no, perception DC.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and feint. So that's
That's a 40.
that is a pass.
Okay, so the first attack the creature makes against Wilhelm is gonna get a -2 penalty.
Was that your last action, Wilhelm?
I have 1 action left because I'm quickened.
Ah, okay.
Wilhelm's gonna use his last action to. Can he grapple Malachi so he doesn't run when he's fleeing?
You can make an athletics check at your maximum attack penalty against his
Fortitude. I think.
fortitude DC.
I'm gonna try.
Fortitude DC is 28.
Yeah, that's a 15.
Critical fail. Is that turn?
Yeah, that's turn.
It's my creature's turn. It's the one that's to the north that's currently next to Lupin and Aaron. Wilhelm fails his recovery check. And Jason, will you roll me a d6? 1 to 3, it's going to hit you. 4 to 6 is going to hit Aaron.
Okay, that is a 4. Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, what
It's okay.
a prick. So this creature raises back its
Seasonal
tail and
goodwill.
goes, big!
What a prick.
That is a
27 to hit.
That is a miss.
Okay, and with the claw, that's a 34 to hit.
That to hit.
Okay, you take 27 points of damage.
Roll well on those
And
damage
then it's
rolls.
going to raise up 5 feet and fly above you. Have you got attacks of opportunity, Lupin or Aaron?
No.
Okay, it's Lupin's turn.
Okay, that's flying now, which is not ideal. Oh, hang on. No, he's still got no reaction at the moment, has he? Because Malachi's turn's not started. So he's still not got a reaction. So it's only the one next to me that's got the reaction. Okay, that's good.
But that's going to end this turn. 'cause
Yeah, no, that's
I'm running away, mother
no, that's fine.
truckers.
That's fine. I'm willing to ride that one out and see what happens because I want to try and get some damage into this big guy. So I reloaded my pistol last turn. So
You did?
yep. So I will take a shot at the big guy.
Okay, so Lupin takes fire at the prone big bastard to the south of him, shooting past Malachi and Wilhelm.
And
Roll to hit.
come on.
Yes! Natural 20! Get in!
Go on.
And I say it every
That's a
time,
20.
but dueling pistols are fun when they crit because they have the fatal D10 trait.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad at all. That is 48 points of damage,
All seems to go through
plus
Lupin,
the exploit vulnerability.
Plus
Yep.
10.
which
Oh, shit.
is
10 good damage. Those he gets,
Yeah.
so it's treated as the weakness to good.
So all it does is just he takes 10 more damage.
not 20.
I don't believe so. No, I don't think it does.
No, the weakness
Double-
doesn't
yeah,
trigger
I
on
don't
crit.
believe
It's
so.
just
I think we played that
Okay.
wrong in the very
from
first.
every instance of damage, he takes 10 more.
And because that is a crit, could you just roll me a fortitude save? You will almost certainly pass it, but I do have the thundering rune, so.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll the save for you.
Oh, hello.
That's a natural 1.
That is a critical fail. Unfortunately, that means next to nothing. He's deafened for an hour.
Deafened for an hour.
All the bloody ones to-
Okay.
So he's actually immune.
I've done him a favour. Annoying. Of all the ones to crit fail, that was the least impactful one you could possibly have done.
That's your first action, and the creature that is laying prone on the floor, this big winged creature, is looking very unwell.
Yeah, that was technically a manipulate action. If that one to the left of me going to do anything,
No.
that's fine. That's fine. I was just checking before I reload. And he's at death's door, according to the BTT. So I'm going to take a second shot with the pistol in an attempt to put this thing down.
Roll to hit.
Come on, Lupin. That's a natural 16 for 31.
Oh, come on.
Because it is prone.
Oh yes. Come on.
It's a hit.
Come on.
Yes.
Thank you, Slow
I hope I
Spell.
don't kill it because I haven't got a one-liner. That's 17 points of damage. Plus
All seems to go through.
any additional damage from his vulnerability.
which is
10 good damage, so he takes 27 points of damage.
Still up.
Oh.
Get ready with your
Yeah, I've
one-liner.
got another round. Yeah, that's my turn, by the way.
Thank you. Malachi at the bottom of round 6. What do you do?
I am scared of it so much. It really scared me. So I'm gonna run away.
As you run away, the creature to the north is going to take its attacks of opportunity.
Come on, natural 20.
32 to hit.
That hits.
Okay,
What's
here's
your
your
AC?
damage.
27.
18 points of damage. Here comes the second
27?
attack. 21 to hit.
Oh, you're frightened 3.
Yep.
21's a miss, so you take
Miss, yeah.
18 points of damage as you flee.
Into the bushes.
Yeah, that is difficult terrain, so you've retreated back into the little copse of trees from whence you first appeared.
Quick, birds, come this way. It's really scary.
Well played, like it. Malachi, just as I remember, you're going to take 2d8 persistent damage. Can you let me roll it for you? You take 9 points of persistent poison damage, I think it was. If you want to roll a recovery check for me.
Yep, no, doesn't work.
That's a 9, not
Nine.
good enough. And it is my creature's turn, the one that is very, very badly injured. The boss creature, if you like, and it lays on the floor because it is prone from Wilhelm. It's got all sorts of status effects. It's deafened, it's prone, it's off guard, it's the subject of mortal weakness. As it lays there on the floor and it's going to attempt to beak Wilhelm from the ground. Here we go. Natural 20 coming up.
Oh,
13 short there.
29 to hit.
No, that doesn't hit.
And its second attack. 32 to hit.
That's also not a hit.
Okay, and for his final action, he's going to stand up.
Wilhelm is gonna attempt an attack
come on, Wilhelm.
of opportunity.
I can tell you now, if this hits, this creature is dead. Its AC is 30.
Come on, it's Christmas. If we're going to murder a bird, it should be this time of year we're doing it.
Can we have a 3-bird roast?
Yes. Come on.
Roll to hit, Wilhelm.
Come on.
Oh,
Natural 4 is not enough to hit it. You've got a 29. Got any hero points?
What do I don't have hero points.
They went.
What do I need to hit?
30.
You need literally
30.
a +1.
And I'm in the woods. Sorry, mate.
I'm gonna cry.
Thank you. Aaron's
That's a free
turn.
Come on, Aaron. Hit it with the staff.
You could kick it and it would
You
die.
could also just throw a stone.
Aaron sees Wilhelm swing for this creature and misses. He extends his hand out and closes his fist, and as he does so, a gossamer sort of energy starts to be pulled from the bird, and he grabs both hands and starts pulling this energy towards him, and the bird locks eyes with him, and Aaron, just determined, starts pulling as hard as he can to rip its spirit from its body. So, please roll a fortitude save. This is going to be a 1-action rip the spirit.
Fortitude save. What's the DC?
DC 30.
Come on.
Here we go.
Yes!
21.
Yes. Okay. So, here's the damage. 19 points of void damage.
Aaron, describe your kill.
Yes.
Aaron pulls as hard as he can on this gossamer energy, and everybody kind of stops for a second just seeing this link between the bird and Aaron. And he finally gives one final tug, and the energy is extracted from the creature's body, and it goes limp in the air and falls down. It is instantly dead.
That's so cool. Aaron, have you got any actions left?
That's a 1-action spell.
Oh!
So he rips the spirit, turns around, and facing the last 2 birds remaining, he shoots a 30-foot cone that catches both of them, dealing force damage with a shadow blast cast at level 5. And that's going to be a reflex save.
Okay, reflex save from the top one. There's 2 right by you. That's
Okay,
a
that's a
natural
crit pass from him.
20.
He's in the air. He manages to fly out of the way of it.
And the other one is a natural 14 with a 33.
That is a success. So he's going to take half of this. Oh, those are
That's
low
a
rolls.
brutal
He
roll.
takes 8 points of damage. That's 5d8 plus 5, and you rolled 11.
Yep, that is really poor. But, you know, Aaron's kind of out of energy. But having just killed the boss, he looks at Lupin and he says, "How's that for damage?"
And it is.
Yes. Come back when you've killed about 6 more.
It is Scornak's turn, who is stood to the northwest of you with this
Come on,
spear
Scornak.
launcher, and he fires it at the Vrock.
Natural 20.
Oh,
So
and
we
he
know it's called a
rolls
Vrock now.
20. I wish I had
Merry
said
Christmas, everybody!
it. Merry Christmas
There's
for the
another
creature's
present.
name.
Can you smell what the frog
And then he reloads.
is cooking?
Talking of rocks, it's the one that's right next to Lupin. He descends for his first action. For his second action, he targets Lupin, and he raises back his head and dives down with a big with a
Oh my god, the-
wow.
40 to
That
hit.
is a hit.
Here's the damage. There's 27 points of damage.
And Lupin will use his amulet's reaction to reduce that, so I'll take 13.
Okay, here comes the second attack. It's a claw against you. That's a 25 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay, it is Wilhelm's turn.
The creature sort of slumping down in front of him. He, like in the last battle, feels this sort of rage well up within him that he didn't get to kill it. Turns around and sees that proud look on Aaron's face as he ripped the soul out of it and blinks out of it again, and sees that there's 2 more enemies. He's gonna fly over and hover right over Lupin's head,
How far up?
right above him, so 10 feet above the ground.
Okay.
Right up there.
So that would trigger an attack of opportunity by this guy if he has one.
He certainly does, yeah. So he will take his attack of opportunity. 22.
That's a crit fail. I get a counter attack.
Oh.
So that's for the counter attack. A natural 17. Why didn't I roll that before? That's a 42.
That's a critical hit.
Yeah. I guess.
Hey, woo.
Yes.
That's
Ooh, big
that's
rolls.
not
Oh,
bad
God.
good.
That's pretty
It's
good.
45 points of damage.
45 is not bad. All seem to go through.
All right. So
The metronome has ticked in your favor.
once again, yes. For his second action, he's gonna attempt a snagging strike against the creature that is now off guard because of his rapier's crit specialization.
Roll to hit.
That's going to be a natural 13 for a 38.
Critical hit.
Yes.
He's a crit machine.
Jesus.
That's 46 points of damage.
All seems to
My
go through.
gosh.
He's looking up now.
He's gonna do his third action for another strike.
Malachi peeks over the top and go on, lads!
Natural 17 for 37.
That is a critical hit as
Oh
well.
no
God.
way.
Oh my
God.
god.
Good job, good job.
45 damage.
He had 44 hit points left.
Yes!
Wilhelm hovers in the air and looks kind of surprised. Looks down to Lupin and goes, "Ooh, I got one. I guess I killed one bird with 3 stones."
And he's German. I love it. Oh, fuck you. Is that turn, Wilhelm? You got
No,
9
he
strikes.
still has one action.
Okay, and there is a
left.
bird that is directly to the north of you that's surrounded. You are now flying just above Aeron and Lupin. And then there is this bird here to the north,
Yeah.
the final combatant that you could take an attack at your full attack penalty.
Yeah, no, he's gonna feint. He's gonna do a feint for 40
Against its...
against its perception DC.
That's a critical success.
Nice. So every single attack it makes against me
Yep.
has a -2
Okay.
until the start of my next turn.
And it is that creature's turn. Wilhelm, you take 4 points of bleed damage. Roll your recovery check.
That's a 7.
7, fail. Love it.
Lupin sort of feels something wet on top of his. What the fuck? Ah!
So this creature is floating 5 feet above the ground. I'm going to ask Aeron to roll a d6. 1 to 2 is Lupin. 2 to 4 is Aeron. 3 to 4 is Aeron. 5 to 6 is Wilhelm.
5 to 6.
So Wilhelm, who has flown in aggressively, killed his friend, he screams at you again and attempts, for maybe his last time, a beak attack. It was a 27 hit, Wilhelm.
Did he apply the -2?
No, 25 to hit.
Ooh, that's one of a crit fail. Sad. Okay, I don't get a counter attack. Yeah, no, but that doesn't hit.
Okay, here comes the second attack.
Oh!
Oh,
Jesus.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
-2 is a 35.
Yeah, it's working out whether it's a hit or a miss.
Trying to think if I can make it a miss somehow, so just a normal
Enough
hit.
of this nonsense. Here's your damage.
Take your pain.
54 points of damage.
All right, that's some damage.
And he's not going to take his fly action. He is going to attempt to strike again against Wilhelm.
God, this is another 20.
29 to hit.
Becomes a 27.
Okay, and he falls to the ground from 5 feet. And it is Lupin's turn, who is stood underneath a flying Wilhelm and next to Aaron. The creature before you has just descended.
Lupin will reload his pistol. He will potentially draw an attack of opportunity there if you want.
Yeah, he'll take it. So as you attempt to reload, he strikes out with his talon with a 24 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Lupin then grabs the mirror implement and as quick as a flash, the other side of this creature, an identical Lupin appears, and then with the creature flanked, both Lupins will aim the freshly reloaded pistol at the creature and will fire. So that is... That's a natural one that I will be re-rolling with a hero point.
Lupin rolls a natural 1. And he rolls a second natural 1!
Yes.
No.
Merry Christmas,
Incredible.
everyone.
And
Merry Christmas,
really
everyone.
annoyingly, that is my turn because those are my 3 actions, so I can't even take.
Thank you,
another
Lupin. Malachi, you're up. You are currently
Well away
You are
in the action.
fleed, but you are now back in the fight.
I am indeed.
You are 70 feet away from the creature with difficult terrain. You are like 90 feet away.
So it's. Is it just 1 or 2 squares there of difficult terrain?
Okay, so Malachi, you come out of the
Yep,
trees.
okay.
And then with your second action, you move closer. What are you going to do with your third action? You are 30 feet away from the creature.
Malachi will cast a 1 action Concordant Choir as he screams, "Oh, wah! Down with the sickness!" And we'll cast it at... yes. Let's go at 4th level. Can I have a DC 29?
That's a
Damn.
39.
29 fortitude save. That is my turn.
Okay,
And that is
thank
a
you,
miss.
Malachi. It is round 8. There is 1 creature left. Malachi, you're going to take 4 points of piercing damage.
It'd be poisoning, but it's the same thing, isn't it? 7
Okay,
is
recovery
not...
check.
I fail the recovery check.
Aaron's turn. You are toe-to-toe with this abomination. Can you put it down for Christmas?
Aaron looks up at this towering beast in front of him and he tries to just steel himself against the fear. So again, he clasps his hands together, clenches his fists, and that same ethereal light starts pulling from the creature in front of him as he tries to rip its spirit, but this time using both hands, pulling twice with a 2-action version of the spell, twice as deadly. Roll a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. That's
Oh
a
my gosh.
37. That's a pass.
It's a pass, so you're gonna take half of this. 45 points of damage to half of that.
Okay, 22 points of... God, what even damage is that?
It's void.
damage. Wow.
Yeah.
That's some new
Formerly known as
thing?
negative.
Ah,
Oh.
okay.
And then for my final action, being where I am, I'm going to cast Shield to just add my protection.
Thank you, Aaron. We're getting deep into it. It's Scornak's turn. He's reloaded.
Come on, get the kill.
That was so funny.
And he
Perfectly fine.
fires
There's no way.
the spear launcher, which was reloaded,
Come on. Natural 20. 27.
with a 27 and hits!
Yes!
Score that hit! 18 points of damage. And then with his final 2 actions, he reloads again.
Come on, give him a
Wilhelm.
hero point. Give him a hero point.
Wilhelm, how many hit points you got there, mate?
5.
5, lovely. It's your turn. You're flying 10 feet above the creature.
I'm still bleeding.
Best kill
Okay.
it fast then.
Oh.
Wilhelm is gonna attempt a snagging strike against
He's
the
no longer
creature.
flat-footed, right? Till the start of the next 10.
Natural 20. Fuck you. 44 damage. Fuck you.
Makes him off guard again. So Wilhelm rolls a natural 20. 44 damage. He's still up.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
A flying
Merry
Wilhelm
Christmas.
deals 44 points of damage.
All right, second attack. Natural 13 for 33.
Hit.
That's 24 points of damage.
Ball seems to go through.
Sure, why not? Third attack. Crit fishing here. Oh, I saw the 20. That's a 33 still.
That's still a hit.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
20
Another
damage.
points.
All seems to go through.
68.
He's alive.
He's alive.
Come on, you've got one
88
more action.
points of damage.
You hasted. You've got one
You
more.
have,
You might
yeah?
as well go for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure. I'll go
Come on,
for it.
4 attacks
Fourth
in a
action.
round.
You'll fall
Fourth
to the ground if this misses.
26.
That's 26 against flat-footed.
Goodness.
His AC is 26.
Oh my
Roll damage.
Oh man. Don't ever let a hasted fighter lose on those things.
Roll high, Wilhelm.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
22 points of damage.
Mid damage.
Wilhelm.
Oh, he's still
Oh
up.
my
He
god.
is still
still
up.
No!
And it is his turn as you
Ooh,
take
1
1 point
point.
of bleed and fall
on.
to the ground directly
Taking
above
2
Lupin.
points of bludgeoning damage.
You've got 1 HP or 2
3.
HP.
Wilhelm, roll me a d8 because the creature's turn is up. Roll me a d8.
That's an 8.
Give yourself the prone condition because 8 is you. As he raises back his head with, I can tell you now, very low hit points and fucking strikes at you, Wilhelm, with his beak.
Oh,
with a natural 19. Not a crit. Here's your damage. 24.
So I go down from 2 hit points to minus 22.
Wilhelm goes to dying 1.
No.
With its second action, it sweeps out with its claw at Lupin to the north with a 26 to
That
hit.
misses.
And then with its final action, it sweeps round at Aaron to hit with its claw with a 15 to hit.
He dodges out of the way. That's a miss.
Lupin's turn.
Okay, so at the start of the turn, in fact, do you not thematically? Let's just decide that as Wilhelm fell on the Lupin that was underneath him, that Lupin just blinked out of existence. Now the one on
Okay.
the other side is Lupin. So that Lupin reloads his pistol once more. So are you going to take the attack of opportunity on that one? Or?
Reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
You're
take
gonna
it.
crit and knock me down
Here we
here,
go.
aren't you?
Here's the Talon.
No, that's a miss.
30 to hit.
30 is a miss.
Okay, go ahead, Lupin. If you hit this creature, it's going to die. And we can all say goodnight.
So Lupin levels the gun, fires his shot, and a natural 11 for 32.
Hit.
Lovely
on.
stuff. 15 points of damage.
Lupin. Lupin Malice. On this Christmas Day special, would you like to go ahead and describe your kill?
So Lupin just levels the gun, fires, and in a puff of feathers, this bird goes down. Lupin holds the gun for a second, lowers it down to his waist. Well, I guess that bird just got stuffed.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
You've been listening to Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny. Find out more at describeyourkill.com. Thank you to Paizo, Michael Gelfi, Creator Chord, Sirenscape, Kevin McLeod, Foundry, and Sigil Services. Get all the links on our website. This podcast uses trademarks and or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.